Hi everybody, my name is Jessica Holyfield and I'm a professional dance choreographer and dance educator based out of the southeast of the United States, and we got another Stray Kids music video as a part of their comeback entitled Divine. I'm really excited to take a look at this. I hope you're ready. Let's watch.
All we need is love, dreams, and Stray Kids.
Ooh, the illustration's really cool. Wow, so I like the connection. Ooh. Oh man, I really like the timbres they added in, the samples they added in for this. Whoa. Hey. Ooh. The open fan was cool. It looks like they filmed that in a similar place. Wow. That we saw Reign of Peace. Follow me. Peace. Hey. This has so many cultural imagery. I love it. Ooh, come on, blonde Lino. Oh, that was a really cool transition. Yeah. Da da da. Da da da. Da da da. That with the fan does remind me of the Mega Crew from Bums Up. Come on, Dragon. Oh, they spared no expense for this. Love a color grade switch off. Oh. They said that was fun. And then it's just the reverse. Oh, stop. It's an Oreo cookie through, what is it? Through the music video, right? So when I touch on that, it's hold on. There it is. You know, whenever we look at a dance and they start how they finish, that was like an exact reverse of what we saw at the very beginning. I'm here for this. Now, fun fact is, so my best friend, Celeste, she really likes Stray Kids, and she already listened to the album. I haven't yet because I told her I wanted to look at the intro and hear their thoughts about all the tracks and hear it there. And she said that she really liked this one, and I understand why. Because Thunderous, because you have that do 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 do, definitely, what is that? God's Menu, like that kind of intensity. It has a lot of imagery overlap in the ways that Thunderous did. But it also, it had a lot of, I don't know, it was very Stray Kids coded because of a lot of their independent releases or a lot of their other album releases in the former years, all kind of combining together. Like, this is a really nice, you know, placement on the journey of what they've showcased as a group. So I see why a lot of people really like this song. I like the fact it exists. I am always hopeful for dance practice, as we all are, hopefully. But I am looking forward to seeing what they're choosing to have transition from a lot of our choices, like the fan dance, here into the dance. That's probably what I'm hoping for, is that we do get a visual so we can appreciate more of the traditional elements in a choreographic context. Oh man, he got up there fast.
All we need is love, dreams, and stray kids.
Yeah, hey. Oof, 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 oof. Wow. Bless Lino for this. Oh man. I will say this Fullcam really shows he is injured. Like, he did so well. Whenever that camera was on him, wow. Ugh. My heart hurts for that situation, because it is not fun at all, especially on an ankle like that. The format of the Divine choreography, I think, it's really enjoyable here, because you don't just have your dancers framing like a lot of times you see. Oh, there's a basket run. Oof. There you go. I love that assistance right there. I appreciate that a lot. This is the start of the Divine choreography review that I'm gonna have attached onto Divine the music video. I'm like bookmarking that for myself. Here we go. We've already factored in Lino is injured at this point in Mamas. But I think the choreography looks really cool for a live format. Here we go. I like the fan moment. I'm surprised that they decided to go with this track. I think it's sick. So, come on, high notes. Vibrato's great. Sungmin's gotten so much better in the 2020s. Like, that's the majority of their time as a group, but like, man, the confidence that we all can feel in his projection of a vibrato is really nice. So whoever's benefited the most from Kingdom Legendary War, as aggressive as that show was, would be Sungmin. Alright, so we have these little basket run moments for the setups. Here we go. This is like a low-key mega crew format, which is also kind of the charm of it. Here we go. So I like the punch on, or the accent of the guns towards the inside that helps frame towards Felix. It's really sick. The little glasses vibe. I really like the hybrid fits that they chose to go with. Definitely ties it to Thunderous. Double, would we go double knot? Possibly. God's Menu. Just that whole realm. They end up calling back to God's Menu as well. So they end up crossing it, tossing it up. The swim down is nice. So they have it. They place it forward. There's that do, 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 and then they all get hinged and sent back. I love that, having Chaman and Felix a part of that. And it's the song that really projected the group outward, based on what I've been hearing, right? And of course, feel free to correct me. But I really like the callback to that, especially with how the vibe of Divine feels. It just feels very fitting. Really cool. Then they end up taking it down with the bounce, and then they use the punch in the opposition of the arm to help make this ball change on the ground so much more full. And I really like that. And I also like the fact that we have a lot of the energy delegated out to the dancers to push and be responsible for how we want to project with it. Now, wishful thinking here. There's, I've been constructive in a lot of ways to different groups over the years, of course, especially depending on when we look at them and the choreography and what the context of the title of the video is. When Stray Kids did Megaverse, and we saw it was technically a stage rehearsal, but they called it a dance practice, so we held it to the dance practice standard of synchronicity projection, and we're showing the choreography as what it is. That's my wishful thinking, is I really want to see Megaverse as like a full-out award show spectacle, and I don't think we have that. So that's just, if they ever do it, that would be really cool. If they have it formatted. Now, there's a chance they may have done it in concert, let me know. But yeah, so I like the knockdown. I like the presentation of the arms up. We get it nice, we send it low. I like that we have our arms stylized here in center to help frame Changbin. You have them also framing on the outsides as well. And they send it. I like the little poses coming out of it too. Lino enters in. I'm assuming he's entering in late, possibly, out of it, right? But also, he's not needed yet here either. So I like the sways on this. This really does have a similarity to a lot of the format informations and environment points, like what I saw in 17 Songgong, which is on Patreon. If you're like, Jess, you've seen that? Of course, I've seen that. So I like the sways, they're fun. The punch arounds are nice, and I like that we send it off from one side to another. Oh, yeah. Okay. Based on this, Lino's supposed to be right there. He's not. He's figuring life out on the side, as one does. As somebody with a chronic ankle injury, that is no joke, and it really does. I'm so hopeful that he's able to not only navigate a healthy recovery with it, not just physically, but mentally. Because that is a really hard hump to get over whenever you're dealing with something that's like joint related. And I know many of you guys could attest to this with dancing, and you're known for being a dancer in a space. You can get really insecure really fast, and you can feel when it's off, and you can't control your circumstance a lot of times with, you got stuff to do. So how are you going to still go full out? Because people aren't going to extend grace to you just because you feel off that day, right? Especially in this line of work. So I like the balance on it definitely gives a nice, traditional Korean folk dance aesthetic, which is really fun. They end up having, I like the little accent point. We use that to help in the transition. So we have a lot of dancers, have this collective combo like set. I would like the camera punch back a little bit more to really see what's going on, but it is what it is. That's fine. So I like that the dancers have now gone low. It is harder to see Hyunjin here because he's in an all black fit, regardless of the textile or like the different metallic, shimmery fits that our dancers have, which I like the fact they have that. But, at least in format, we can still see him fine. Yeah, Lino's coming in. You could see, more power to him. I'm going to talk about the composition, but also know I am fully aware that this boy is working at half capacity, if that. He's focusing on making through. He's having to make consolidations and modifications in real time in ways that are survival mode based. This is not something that, you train for to a degree, but you're not, there's certain skill sets that you have to flex at the worst times, and this is one of those, right? So we really do attest to him doing that and pushing through on it. The punches are nice. Yep, so we hit it, the punch it forward. And I like the subtlety. We make it right to help tie into the subtlety of the conversational element that we saw Bang Chan bring. Punch it back, hop on that. Notice he's making modifications here on the left leg. That's how you could really tell he's not wanting to jump on it. Hence why whenever we see him in ceremony and those breakdowns, lordy, like you wouldn't have been able to tell in those moments. He hits it out in, he sits it back, da-da-da. And it also makes me very thankful for the choreography format too, because there's not a ton of leg work in it or footwork compared to other stuff that we've seen them do. So it makes me like, he can get away with a lot of stuff with just really going full out in the upper body. The knock it back. So yeah, so they hit it, dun dun da da da, boom, rotation, and then we reset it. It's cool. Dancers come in the back. Yes, they're huddling, but notice the lighting is darker in the back, so it's harder to see them. So that's more of a lighting thing that I do appreciate. When you do have basket runs and play in spaces, when you have lighting that's not shining on the basket run, I think that's absolutely fine. Make do with that. But the knock it, send it back, toss it down, that little da-da-da, and I like that we have it, little shimmer down. We hop it back, and then we go here. We hop it through. Now, instead of having him where he travels through like what we saw in the Songgong era with 17, we have it where it's rotating, and it's like, it's really cool. The lift up's really sick, and I like the openness of it. It's like a lift and a lift and a lift. That's sick right here. Goodness gracious. And then you have it all creating a fun little tunnel or little chain effect going in from the outsides, traveling in, and they go fun cannon to descend. That is like the coolest little part. Like, that's why I wanted to find a full canvas, because of that section right there. Freaking sick. And they send it out, fold it in, bringing it up, bring it in, cross, and then they open out in, and then we set it up. And I really like the tension on the opposition on both sides. And then we have everybody moving front, going into the column. The little press is nice. Getting it through, they drop it, and I like the extra punch, like the opposition of the arms to the drop of the body works really well for that moment, because it actually ties into the ball change that we saw earlier on in the first verse. And then they have it create a nice little T in opposition, I like the columns out of it. It can look messy really fast with the amount of people that we have and people getting in positions. So far, it looks pretty okay. Looks like some of us were a little late. I think it was Changbin there. That's fine. I really like that you have some of your members, they're staying up to help an accent. Well, I think it looks like your members are up and everybody else is nice and low. Pull forward. The boom, follow me. It's nice. And I like the little super, I guess a little Super Bowl vibe, right? Yeah, I think we're calling back to a lot of the other eras of Stray Kids choreographically that have the moments like what we've touched on, you know, like God's Menu and things, right? So we pull it back, we send it, we turn, they hit it over, like we're about to do a Bismarcky, not quite. Hit it and punch it forward. We hit it forward, just as what we've done before. Hop it, hop it. Hop it. So that was a nice modification where he was just consolidating most of his weight onto the right side, but it gave the impression that he was using both. And then he has, whenever it's his feature moment, he doesn't gotta do too much. Heading it out, da dun da da da, boom, hit it, then to the other side, boom, hitting it out, da da da, they travel it down, we're walking it, make it right, boom, and come on, inverted V, he walks it forward, like the head nod here. Then they end up leaning it to cater to the inside. Celino there. Then we have another lift. And I like the fact that the lifts are not requiring the members to have to do a ton of grunt work. They just sit and they're ready. Like, I like stuff like that. Dancers are doing what they need to do. They're taking responsibility for the context getting in and out of it. The members just have to, you know, sit down. It's nice. Why not? And then you have everybody go through. I like the every other, where they have it all interlocked here. And then he goes down, and I really like this push and pull and the lift up. Just the visual super sick. And the interlocking here really ties into that chain-like effect that we saw with the two columns as they transition to the front during Han's section that we just thought was super sick, right? And then take the arms up, and then we hit it in, boom. The tosses are nice, and then we open it up. And then we have this little moment with just the steps. It definitely gives oh my gosh, this is, hit the quan setup in the lower body, but we're not quite doing it in the upper body. And it goes da-da-da, boom, boom. About to do gangsta walk, but we don't. We fake it out. Come on now, nice little suspension. I like the legato tension on it. We turn out of it is cool. The steps out are fun. Switch, da-da-da. Then we take it, travel it down. Hit it high to low. Make it right. party, party, party. Then we have another party moment, and that's great. Yes, because party moments equal you can make decisions in the moment based on what you need. Not just with Lino and his injury, but everybody based on the fatigue level that you're at. You know, whenever we've reviewed BTS, their behind the scenes, a lot of times they talk about how they struggled to regulate in the performance, just depending on the performance. And it doesn't happen every time, but it happens with you, regardless of how veteran you are. Whenever you're dealing with new material or a new segment, a new structure of your show, it can affect the fatigue level of said show based on how you're choosing to go about, you know, your body in the conditioning side of it. So in general, I think this is a really nice way of them going, okay, we still have ceremony to do. I'm pretty fatigued. This is a newer track. Ceremony's not so much, but that one also has some more individuality, but they've enhanced it with more of that EDM remix side of things. So they're able to kind of go, okay, I need to chill out a bit, right? If I need to. Or they know what to do out of it, right? That make it right. Come on, speed change. I like the body roll on it, and everybody and all the dancers create nice fullness in their upper body there. They knock it, boom, like they're hitting a gong, right? Something along those lines. I love that. They hit it back. It's nice. And they toss it away. And they use that to help with the direction change. They swim the arms, swim it, and swim it. They hit it, they cross, they knock it with a shoulder, hitting it back. They hit it low, mid, high, sending it down. And the hops, like that we had to make concessions there. And then you have your dancers pushing up, punching up with those arms, which is nice. And they go, whoo! So with that is really nice. I appreciate enough of you notice, they're able to notice in the performance. Lino brother needs some help. Han helps him. Yeah. So I like the fact that they are aware enough of their performance to be aware of how each other, you know, navigate the performance themselves, so they can tell if somebody's off versus just like, oh, we're so and so, right? So I like the fact that we were able to clock it and see it there. So this is technically the end of the Divine review that you'll see tacked on to Divine, and then move here on out. I'm going to be moving on through the rest of the Mama performance.